The light on a full moon October night plays tricks on the eyes, of that there is no doubt. And the eyes of a 12-year-old boy on any night are wired directly to his imagination. But in October, just days before Halloween, a young boy's imagination is on overdrive. But a dog only sees what is there, and a good dog is as reliable as a locked door. So when my dog woke me up on that late October evening years ago as I slept on my living room couch, and I saw what I saw, and he saw it too, well, how can you say it was just my imagination? Because over there across the room I saw her. Sarah lived and died in my house almost 100 years ago. I was not the only member of my family who had felt her presence, but on that October night, Sarah's and my paths crossed. And on that night she was not alive, but neither was she dead. My dog was not surprised. Unlike me, he spent every night downstairs. If Sarah regularly haunted this room, she would be a familiar sight to him. As I propped myself on one elbow and my eyes focused in the direction of my dog's inquisitive gaze, a ghostly apparition began to take shape. Her body was poorly defined, a mercurial glow that suggested a nightgown, but her head and face were distinct. She was beautiful, but she was sad. She looked as though she didn't know I was there. She seemed transfixed on a point across the room by the foot of the stairs. Maybe she saw something in her world that I couldn't see from mine. I rubbed my eyes. I tried to convince myself it was simply a trick of the light. She floated across the floor as silent as a crypt. My dog watched her too, but I still wasn't convinced. And as she approached the base of the stairs, she turned toward me. My dog greeted her with a wagging tail, and she gave a trace of a smile. Then I'm sure she noticed me. Her stare made me feel as though I had intruded on her private world between life and death. And she held that stare until I had to look away. As if she remembered the importance of reaching her destination, she turned and began to ascend the stairs. Then the realization hit me with all its force. A chill ran up my spine, and I pulled the covers over my head. I clamped my eyes shut, and I prayed for the light of day. Years later, I wonder if Sarah still haunts the rooms of the house in which I grew up. Does my dog, long since dead, keep her company? When I often wake from a sound sleep with no explanation, and a cold chill penetrates my flesh, I wonder if it's Sarah passing by as she tries to find her way to the other side. I know someday she'll invite me to come along.